who are double dipping receive a monthly pay and sets a new record as board member, getting a monthly pay as the same civil servant while you're getting a monthly minister pay in a country, poor country, rich people, poor country.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
And I'm hoping that thank God the finance minister is going to be interviewed today. I'm really hoping that the finance minister will be asked about this thing. Yes. Let the finance minister be asked. How come people who are board members, we know both supposed to sit maybe quarterly and take certain fees? But how come people who are board members are taking regular monthly salary?
But it's coming through the operation funds. So maybe government may not have idea about it, but they make up the money. These are physical cash sometimes. It go through the banks and all of it. And don't ask us how we got the information. And you want to challenge us?
If you don't know, we'll stay asking. Then asking.
They should ask him. But if you want to challenge us, I think you shouldn't do so. Don't challenge us like what Dylan they say you are business class or economic class. If you want to challenge us, then we'll publish it. It's sickening to know. Civil servants, some of them get $150, $200, want to have 4 or 5 children to survive on. And this is happening in a country. President Barker must hear this. Good morning, folks. Let's all have up. This we wouldn't have more time this morning. We have 1 hour to be on the show this morning. We have a relay from LBS.
Exactly. And the president must hear this.
The president, I mean, when my tear eyes say, in fact,
the president must
hear this. The president must hear this.
Okay, this show is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited. Help tips come out shortly with David Coty for 3 minutes. Review of the local dailies. We have the papers here. And plan to impeach the speaker or to remove the speaker. Is one of the biggest discussion in the corridors of politics in the country currently. And again, news filtering that LRA boss resigned. We will talk about that at 8:17. We open the lines for Talk to Your Leader segment of the show this morning. That will run up to 8:30. 8:30, we'll have evening party CB here to talk about the upcoming Women Empowerment Seminar. 2024 Women Empowerment Seminar in their department in the church. This time around, this seminar is being held will be under the theme Empowering Christian Women Economically and Morally for Kingdom and Societal Advancement. So Evening Party we will come here to talk more about that program that is being undertaken by their church. Like she said, the church is not just about praying, but you also need to empower the people. So Evening Party will be here up to 9 o'clock this morning. At 9, like O'Neill mentioned, we'll have a relay from State Radio where the Finance Minister of the Republic of Liberia, Augustine Quain Gafwan, will be addressing the press or the public using the radio this morning. So in the midst of all country first, this is what we got for you for breakfast this morning.
Yes, the True Breakfast Show. My BP almost go up this morning. I need to see Dr. Augusto Quia. That I need to see this morning because of the information we got. It's so sickening. Yes, let's bring David Coty with our health tip. It's 8 o'clock already. The TVS 96.1 in the midst of all country affairs. It's law for country we're doing. Yes, law for country we're doing. Yes, David, morning.
Good morning to you, O'Neill, and to Ambassador Davis. You are actually throwing bomb this morning. All right, now, heartburn is our topic today.
Before you do your heartburn, you say we're throwing bomb?
Throwing bomb.
It's true.
I don't know what it is, nuclear bomb, hydrogen bomb, but I think it's all 3 into 1.
So you know about bombs?
Oh, yeah, I know about bombs.
Nuclear bomb, atomic bomb,
and
which other bomb?
Hydrogen
bomb. So which way you think Marka and O'Neill throwing this morning? Those who double dipping, the minister, the state taking post, regular monthly bomb fee.
I think that the one you're throwing this one is the nuclear, because that one, it kills you slowly. Once you are in a place where there's air and you inhale that air, it gets into you. It kills you slowly. You have all kinds of rashes and bumps on you, and you're dying inside you. You know, this is like killing the Liberian people slowly. You eating here. Look, my man, let me do my health tip, man.
Go ahead.
Okay, we're talking about heartburn today. First, let me inform you that I'm sorry, I'm in the street. I'm just kind of
our police not chasing after you, man. Our police not chasing after you, Derek.
Salim Talon.
Okay. Oh.
topic today. First, let me inform you that heartburn has nothing to do with the heart. It is called heartburn because the pain occurs in the chest where the heart is located. So many people will say, "Oh, my heart burn, I got heartburn today." The heart does not burn. It's the pain inside it around where the heart is. All right. It happens when the stomach acid refluxes into the esophagus, causing, the esophagus is the pipe that food can pass through. Now, when you eat, the digestion starts in the mouth and then goes through the pipe, the food pipe called the esophagus, then to the stomach. But then, when something happens, it will start to go back into the pipe, and that's where you will find this problem with heartburn. Now, it can be mistaken for heart pain. It's actually not heart pain. Now, how can you prevent heartburn? Those of you always realizing heartburn, how can you prevent it? One, avoid fatty, spicy, and fried foods. Some people eat a lot of meat everywhere they go. You see some people who meat, cow meat, goat meat, all kinds of things. You don't even find fish in them, everything meat. They enjoy a whole lot of meat. Avoid fatty food, avoid spicy food, too much of pepper, avoid it. Fried foods, avoid it. In fact, most oils today people use for cooking are not good. Now, number two, stop eating large meals. Some people sit in one place and eat every bowl of food. Stop it. I told you the other day that your stomach is about the size of your fist. When you make a blow, it's not that whole thing you see in front of you there. Another thing inside there, liver, small intestine, big intestine. So please, stop eating too much heavy food. Large meals can increase the pressure on the stomach, and that leads to acid reflux. Acid reflux is actually when the food goes back into the stomach. All right. Number three, eat slowly. Eating quickly and not chewing your food thoroughly is not good. It can lead to heartburn. Some people, just like they're doing running race, you're eating faster, you don't chew your food properly, it's not good. Eating is not running race. I beg you, take your time, chew the food properly, and don't rush. Number four, avoid lying down after meal. Some people eat right away, they call it later. No, it's wrong. You will give your stomach problem. Wait for 2 to 3 hours before you lie down after you eat, because it takes 2 to 3 hours for food to digest. And the kind of food I'm talking about is light food, like salad and some little small butter. But when you eat heavy foods, like beans, it will take 6 to 8 hours before the food can digest. Number five, avoid late night eating. Stop eating late in the night. You should always eat 6 hours before bedtime. You can't just eat right away. After 10 minutes, you want to bed. It's bad for you. You will face a lot of problems, including heartburn. Number six, stop smoking. Remember this. Dentists recommend that you brush your teeth for 2 minutes every day, morning and evening. This is not a hurry matter. You just jump into the bathroom, you finish. No. Brush it up and down on the side and brush inside the teeth. Brush it properly. Do not use one toothbrush for more than 3 months. The bristles will not be strong enough to clean your teeth any longer. It will not be effectively effective. Now, let me speak some big English this morning. Now, so brush your teeth. Keep your toothbrush for not more than 3 months. Throw it away and buy a new one. Do not use hard toothbrush to brush your teeth. You got a toothbrush called smoker. You got to leave it. It can spoil the enamel. It can erode it. You remember the question you asked the other day, Ambassador Davis? About bone.
Yes.
The hard toothbrush can also do the same thing. When you use hard toothbrush, it will erode the enamel slowly until you have a hole in there. And when red screen drop there, you're in trouble. So it also destroys the gum. Your gum has to be protected. So don't use hard toothbrush. Use a soft toothbrush and don't keep your toothbrush for more than 3 months. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Thank you very much, David Cody. Thank you very much.
And thank you for the nuclear bomb this morning.
Thank you very much. David,
I will be back.
okay, you'll be back tomorrow.
Abbas. Yeah, man. Yeah. So not many people will follow this morning. Let's bring you the review of the local. You won't believe it. This information we just dropped. Almost all of the local delis just say, "Hey, this and it." Yeah, when Boga arrives, we'll drop it onto the public. Yeah. Yeah, yes. Let's get the review of the local, the just few of our
Yeah, yes, few
possession.
papers, yes.
Wow.
We read the wind and the sky when the sun is high. We sail the length of the seas on the ocean deep. At night we name every star. We know where we are. We know who we are, who we are. Away, away, we set a course to find a brand new island everywhere we roll. Away, away, keep our island in our mind.
Yeah, the song is taken from the motion picture Mohana. It's a very beautiful cartoon movie. Yes, titled Mohana on the Rock. This is the TBS. Welcome to the review of the local dailies. Let's start with from the Independent. Is our first stop. This one on the newsstand for just $40 Liberian. You can grab a copy. Liberia's public sector corruption crisis. Corruption crisis. I'm seeing it's a major story on the front page of from the Independent. Grab a copy and read the rest of the story. Roland Giddens is here. I don't know why they have Roland Giddens. They have the LRA boss, Double Jala. News flattering that Double have resigned. We're left for the PRS session to clarify that. Well, it's on the front page of from the Independent. Grab a copy. Misleading, inaccurate. We're saying this. This is um, Minister Ibrahim Yen says, yes, the UN bid have not been launched. Why is it Sakolita Liberia have lost a seat? Well, Ibrahim Yen is captured here on the front page of from the Independent. Let's go to the back page and see what the back page are. The back page of from the Independent boycott to launch scholarship fund drive is a sub-lead story here. Over 400 university students to benefit. This Konina Kra, Konina Kra, Mr. Konina Kra is captured here on the back page from the Independent. Grab a copy and read the rest of the story this morning.
Yes, let's go for the Daily Observer newspaper. The
Before you do the dinner, Zero, say we appointed to LRA bowl. Yeah, the bowl and the bowl people can be getting monthly pay too. Anyway, I'm just stopping right there.
Yes,
Yes.
Addressing Liberia's rise predicament, how Buakai's negotiation of US 50 million loan could help solve the nation's staple food problem. Well, it is a major story in the Daily Observer newspaper. Chief Justice seeks power to appoint magistrates. Lobbies for LMBA support to take over President Buakai's appointing power. Oh, wow. This is another major story coming from the judiciary. Chief Justice seeks power to appoint magistrates. Is a sub-lead story in the Daily Observer newspaper. Lost at home. Repatriated Liberians face bleak outlook, says Deputy Foreign Minister Dr. Ibrahim Yen. He says that Cariswell residents demand new school building. Is another story. Let's go to the back page. EU IMF delegations hold talks with LRA boss to boost revenue growth is another story there. And finally, LIPO LMP explore partnership to combat intellectual property crimes in Liberia.
Yes, the Inquirer newspaper. Yes, the Inquirer on the newsstand for $40 Liberian. Former presidential guards continuing to havoc for pay. Clashes with police again. Okay, it's a major story on the front page of the Inquirer. You can grab a copy of this paper, yeah. Rural women mobilized to fight drugs nationwide. So that's some of this story on the front page of the Inquirer newspaper. Still on the front page, Cocopa rubber plantation sacks 205 workers. We didn't say why Jimmy got a 7-4 detail of this story. Why? Why? Sacks 275 workers. Let's go to the back page. What's on the back page? GNA resumes publication soon. Yes, this is Cholo Brooks paper. Yes. GNN resumes publication soon. It's on the back page. EU funded community conservation effort lands in the southeast. And in the review from my end from the Inquirer newspaper
Yes,
this
so
morning.
and finally from my end is the newspaper. Boakai meets with Liberians in Italy, commits to appoint new ambassador. Okay, so
Yeah,
yes, and
yeah.
again, travesty of justice. Supreme Court warns over delay of cases where the Chief Justice of Arnold Siadeyo is right here on the front page. How priest allegedly raped 16-year-old girl is a question mark, and this story is an explanation of what actually happened between that 16-year-old survivor and priest Daniel George of the Christ the King Catholic Church. Let's go to the back page. Wakai's government honor criticisms. CSO raises serious concern. Government to launch scholarship scheme for deserving Liberian students. Well, I'm seeing Colina Kura Topa here, Deputy Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, General Ministry verifies data ahead of Street Child Project. Finally, Ministry of Finance fosters economic growth, engages private sector leaders.
Yes, so that's also for the review of the look at the list. It's 11 minutes down, 8 o'clock. The Truth Breakfast Show is a regular feature here of the papers every morning. We miss out the New Republic, who miss out Observer, the
No,
Women
Observer was
Voices,
there.
Observer was there, okay?
It was
Women Voices. The real time. What happened with LBS real time? Is it once a week? Yes, but anyway, join us on tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll bring you more review of the paper. The show is brought to you by Orange, and of course, do you know when you recharge $1 now a day, so it give you 5 days free call? Yes, Orange is doing that. That's exclusive. Orange Liberia, and of course, the Pan African Bank, Echo Bank, is proud to be associated with the Truth Breakfast Show. So we're just in passing within our talking point. This is disturbing, all right. With this intro we did with both members getting a monthly pay, so we want to hold on to it. I received lots of messages, bulk of them from the print media. Yes, not. I mean, both members who are officials in government receiving a monthly pay, and with us in our possessions, we have paycheck from August, from July, August, September, and October. This is so saddening, in the tune of almost 2,000 United States dollars. How do a board member get paid? Monthly. It's not possible. Only when you go for a sitting fee,
which sometimes happen quarterly.
Quarterly.
Except when there's an emergency in the sector. Then
yes.
Yeah.
Normally, board members don't really have meetings all of the time. Just quarterly, like you have said. But this is sad. And so if the workers are getting paid, then the board members too also getting paid the same way. Meanwhile, some of them are ministers. Some of them are directors already. This is so sad and sickening for our country. But let's go to this issue of the speaker. One is saying there's a plan to unseat Fonanti Kofa. Fonanti will come back in.
This is the second time.
Yeah, second time.
I remember, I think it was in June, around May, June, there was
of this year.
There was a similar report that there were efforts behind closed doors to remove the speaker. But again, why this thing keep coming?
Yeah, but it's not strange. There are several speakers who have been unseated in the past.
Yeah,
Evan Snow, Alex Tyler,
Yomde
Munakomla, and I mean that house have a history of that. Yeah. So some of them power struggle at the House of Representatives. They said what the speaker during the campaign when he was contesting. Now he's favoring certain bloc, putting on lucrative committees. Some align him working so closely with the president, so he's between the lines. So I think they said Fonati cannot make a better speaker for us. So it's about time. Almost 40 lawmakers.
So Onu, there are other deeper issues that we are hearing concerning this issue. We understand that the speaker is trying to listen to people like Representative Bility concerning this issue of auditing the House. Now there are reports that there are some, old hands at the legislature and even some from the executive who believe that they don't want an audit of the House of Representatives.
Yeah. And other the independent ones and the ones from the CDC Black also says that he whined and danced with President Boycott.
So I mean, it's coming from more
different angles.
Yeah. And even and unfortunately, his own party lawmakers, some of them are amongst. In fact, an online publication by the New Republic that is naming people such as Representative Alpha Jones,
Okay.
naming Representative Clarence Guy. These two are strong members, executives of the CDC. Alpha Jones, according to New Republic Online. Alpha Jones, for the family of Bon County.
Okay.
Dawan Gulke of Nima County.
Nimba. Okay.
Who yeah? Clarence Guy.
Okay.
So these are some of the names that are in the papers.
Clarence
from Margi
Margibi
one,
County,
and
okay.
Clarence is the chair on the Public Account Committee of the House. And so what are the issues? People are saying they don't want. Some people don't want the audit because there will be a lot of exposure things to happen when the audit is done. Others are saying he's aligning with the president so much. You know, when he spoke at Agile Convention the last time, he spoke of the issue of in fact, people who were criticizing the travels by the president.
Yeah,
he said Liberia is a country that you know you have to beg. You literally have to beg to have things happening. So traveling, the president is a key representation of the country. So for the president to travel is not something to criticize. So he came in defense of the president. So again, this could be that some opposition lawmakers are believing that he's aligning on the side of the executive. So they will have their hands in a plot to remove him. But as Speaker of the House of Representatives, Republic of Liberia, you have to be strong. Yes, you have to, because you always fall in trouble with your colleagues.
And there are others who said that the speaker, during the time when he was contesting against Richard Kuhn, he made some promises, so then he have not been able to live up to it. The speaker lied in their own word, you know, and the blocks, the CDC blocked, CDC have both lawmakers in the House of Representatives, right? They said, well, he won and agrees almost with everything the president said with the executive. Yeah. So you cannot.
So and again, so only like we said, this thing is complicated. There are other lawmakers who believe that at the time he was aspiring for this job, he was liberal, he was free, he was speaking about the welfare of his colleagues, and they were, you know, having a faith that well, when he comes, things will happen. Now, some other information in the corridor of the House of Representatives is that since the speaker became speaker, he's not paying too much attention to the plight of some of his colleagues. So he's like only focused on his job as speaker, the advocacy role they thought he's supposed to be playing for them, especially with the executive. They are not seeing it when it comes to benefits and all of that. He doesn't have too much. He doesn't concern himself with that too much. He's not showing too much interest in terms of seeking his colleagues' welfare. So these are all different reasons that have been coming up. In fact, over a couple of months now. Yeah. Now it's coming to the point that it said, in fact, this report is saying that they are intended to take an action on Tuesday.
Yes. So
unfortunately, they didn't meet quorum. They didn't reach 37 members. There were only 20.
So today is another sitting. Let's see what's happening. Understanding the entire Grand Bassa, the 5 lawmakers from Grand Bassa also supporting the removal of the speaker, and so do as Nima County. Yeah, the Nima lawmakers as well. So, go back.
Why you guys want to remove Kofa?
It's a number thing now.
We need concrete reason.
Yeah, the reasons will be there. Yes. So
anyway, when the president ready to fire people in for administrative reasons,
administrative reasons.
So if we ask the lawmakers, maybe they will tell us for political reasons.
So it's because Kofa be replaced, and I think if you have some kind of a vision of the president, this is very important. Speaker Kofa eyes the presidency. Let me just say the Liberian people in case you don't know.
Okay.
The vice president or a president seat. So if he's replaced, he's removed, it's going to be a bad bit for him in 2029. Yeah, that movement is this guy having Mobile Molo. What's his name? Stan is a political party in disguise. That Stan, you can see the Congo town there with the yellow.
That cover party in disguise.
Yeah, that party there in disguise. This is why Mobile Molo don't turn out for interview. He only sends out press releases. You ask Mobile to come for interview, you won't get Mobile coming up. So that is just a tip of the iceberg. But We'll look forward to see if they'll have the numbers today.
So again, to remove the speakers, some things have to happen. Firstly, you have to build a consensus to have the number to remove the speaker, and you should also agree on who is supposed to replace the speaker. For example, before Senator Nugwe, now Senator Nugwe becomes speaker, President Celia decided to remove Tyler because of some disagreements. But then at the time, President Salif and Senator Nugwe were not cool. They were not cool. So when she went to do, she's a very smart politician. She went to do an assessment of who. Okay, I want to move Tyler.
Yeah, who will replace him?
Who will replace Tyler? So when she did,
that's part me and Nuko. Not cool. Not cool, but try replacing.
So she did an assessment. She didn't just conclude on Nuko. She did an assessment, went in the house and asked questions who can be. All the lawmakers she asked, they say, Unde Nukwe. And President Salif, the Ronaldinho of Liberian politics, built relationship with Nukwe in less than 2 weeks. And Nukwe succeeded in replacing Tyler. So is the president also in support of removal of Kofa? These are some of the questions we'll be asking.
That's a fight.
So what's the president's interest if he's in support of removing Kofa? Is he bringing Kun? Are they, Richard Kun?
So
are they bringing Sam Koga?
Now the deputy speaker. I don't
Thomas Fala.
I don't think Fala could make a better speaker. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't think Fala is not winning.
I think we're coming to win the drama in the
it's a real dramatic. Yes. So as we close up, because our guests are ready to studio, we only have 9 minutes to linger. Yes. So there's a most ability I have a post. I want you to go there quick. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I mean, this. Look, I'm here laughing and seeing that. Look, that I have to see you today. Yeah, this issue of the board member 49 members agree if the speaker will be removed.
Wow, it's living on. I'll read it.
Just tip of what Musa Belante just posted.
Yeah, so 31 minutes ago, dear colleagues of the Honorable House of Representatives, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the feelings and concerns that some of you have regarding the call for the speaker's removal. It is completely understandable that this situation is challenging for many of us. You have the right to express your wishes as you are the ones who elected him, and respect that. And I respect that. He said that. However, I urge us all to remember the importance of due process as outlined in the Constitution. This means the resolution must be presented before the plenary and formally read by the chief clerk. The speaker must be allowed to respond to each point raised, allowing every member who wishes to speak the chance to voice their opinions. After that, we must proceed with a head count vote. If a sufficient number of you, 49 members, agree, only then will the speaker be considered removed. And we can set a date for electing a new speaker in accordance with our established rules. I genuinely believe we can navigate this process while upholding our oath to defend and protect the Constitution. While it is within, John.
Okay. I think that's okay. Huh?
Okay.
It's okay, right? So the due process, Musapa, he loves the law. The law is the law. So 49 of the 73
so that means this thing,
agree.
It means this thing is not a gossip.
It's not a gossip, it's real.
So from what I just read, it tells me that there are being a resolution developed already.
Yes.
Wow.
Let's pick some calls up, but this issue from the LRA boss, Double Jala, is flittering all through the social media now. And the public relations arm of the LRA should come up and make this clear to the public that it's flittering that Double Jala has resigned from the Revenue Authority. So the mouthpiece of the LRA needs to come out with some kind of release.
Somebody asking why are removing the speaker? How has it helped the country?
Okay.
Your father will replace Kofa.
Damn it.
What?
Yeah. So let's get the lines activated. As soon as the president returned this weekend, we'll tell him that
you want to do this before the president comes. Y'all need wasting time the president comes.
And the men are in country are real. The president,
so they want to remove the man in his absence.
So as you learn now,
you go straight to him.
You know more speaker.
The Grand Crew seat.
Yeah, go there.
Easy.
Yes, I'm thinking about how Buffer Chima used to be, in that kind of hot seat. And it used to be easy.
Buffer?
Buffer, man.
Buffer,
That man.
Buffer.
That man. Buffer.
Good morning to you, yeah.
Buffer, your
My
man.
very mom, mate.
To remain seated throughout, your man. Yeah. So as you go to the telephone line, you see here, this double dipper, this board members, they'll listen. This is sickening for our country. And we'll send, if you call, I won't send this entirely to the president WhatsApp message. Yeah, I can send this to the president WhatsApp message. You see, from July, Marka, the board members have been receiving monthly pay as the ordinary worker. This is from July. You have July
1800.
Yeah, 1,800. You have July, August, September, October. Every month they receive pay. Hey man, rich country.
0770202579, the female line, and the other line for the men 0777285961. Let's take the first caller this morning.
Yeah,
this is the Truth Breakfast Show on Truth 96.1 FM. Yeah, let's connect the first caller. Good morning. Please stay away from your monitor, please.
Good morning, Marka. This is Aaron B. from, and I do join you from Coventry, Lower Maggie this morning. I want to appreciate you for the job and service to our country. And I want to say this clear this morning. It's very much saddening to see minister or director who are taking constant salary from the poor and while they are also taking a regular salary. It's very much saddening. If today, whether they can go because of corruption, I think these guys should be able to renew with that pool because this is the same corruption we are talking about. If you say you want to serve your people, it's very, very saddening. Some have 5, 6, 7 children. And they are making 140, and you are there taking 2 salary, making 5,000, and then making 10,000. We're going nowhere. Thank you this morning for bringing that.
Good morning.
Good morning, Marka. Let me say, my name is Joe Kamo. I joined you this morning from around the Rabo International. Marka, let me appreciate you guys for the talking point. But you see, the you have been saying, while we moving on the speaker, what do you have to do with this? Some of us, we have needed to be, delaying the hope, betraying the hope of the Labrador people. We put that these people on serious minor issue. We don't put them to go be removing people because they feel that they are stuck. Some of us are just offended to hear our Lord everybody. People are suffering on this kind of issue. So we are calling on him.
Joy, your line is bad.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. We'll join Evelyn in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Moses Clara and I join for this screen number 6. Only clear for you, right? It's because it's playing power in the game. You can be so, and be so. You got to know what size to get home because right now the president.
But the speaker went. The speaker took the seat to play politics or to serve the house. So you want the speaker to remain on the side of maybe opposition?
If the speaker saying for the opposition, the opposition black. If he say for you the black and peace for that, but he be so, then definitely you will be confused and your cohesion will be confused and system will be confused too. So I think it's time for the speaker to analyze, and I think the best person
Thank you.
Come on, fire.
Thank you. Come on, but that's it. I think I see 8 when you spend that 2 days. Good morning.
That line terrible.
Yeah, thank you. The morning as well to you. And that is the body of team going to. I'm joining the conversation this morning for Central District 2 in Shalafome. And I want to remind the president this morning. In our campaign promises, our campaign messages like you who said that this will not be as usual. So he has more to understand and focus on our agenda. I think women that of white president need to stand and be real to Liberian people. We spoke about God's baby in the start of the scripture and the scriptures are gone. And so it will stay free after we got to see everything clear here. Conservative Liberian people and those people who could not trust and agree our government, they have an agenda. I think it will be this service to Liberian to improve Liberians who took upon their time when they saw the rain. I remember all our people, everything was a setback. When in times we got quiet, people on the rain because we wanted a total and serious in this country here. So all that battle we have with this country, everywhere there is no air, please. That's when 45 on that. So it's usually speak on shift.
Thank you. You have exhausted your 1 minute. Let's take
Yeah,
this call.
yeah, yeah.
The final one.
Our last caller.
Good
yeah.
morning. Okay. Yeah, boss man, all behind this plot to remove the speaker.
The
Your
line,
line is bad, oh.
the line bad, man.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah,
I
just
think
go
we gotta
up.
let him
Yeah,
go. We can go
yeah.
into evening time mode of that. But as we conclude on this matter, I want to say thank you. Tomorrow is Friday. We'll hold on to this information of those who are dog dipping in government. Some of you are ministers, some of you are directors, you are managing directors. But guess what? You take a monthly pay, EGA, as board members and board chair and secretary of the board. Every month you take pay. At the same time, you're taking your regular pay. From June, I'm talking about July. From June of this year up to October present, I have all of the paychecks. It's so saddening. People looking for just $1 to survive. Who are you? You came from Pluto, Venus, Jupiter. You're different from us. It's a sad thing. These kind of people should go out of the system. Yes, Marka, I think we'll link out Evelyn now.
Yes, so let's link up with Evelyn Padasiwi this morning to talk more about women empowerment. Evelyn, it's great to have you this morning. Good morning.
Morning, Marka, and thanks for having me. Good morning, O'Neill.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm good.
Even Tony's studio is a little different when she's called on a mobile phone, vibing. Yes, how is
How
it?
does it sound? I don't know. What makes it different?
That kind of energy anyway, but it's great, man. It's been I haven't seen you for a while now. How is it? Yeah.
We are around, and the people can still go mining us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, let's talk a little bit about the initiative. I think is it starting today?
Yeah, it's actually starting today, the 17th of October, beginning at 4:30 p.m., which is arrival, and 8 o'clock, 5 p.m. sharp, it starts.
Okay, so yes, tell us more about this
Mhm.
seminar.
So just before we go into that, permit me to read 1 Thessalonians, which is the key text for this seminar.
Okay.
I don't want to say anything here without scriptural references
Mhm.
and the fact that we're talking about empowering the church. So if you read 1 Thessalonians 4, we start reading from verse 9. The apostle said to the church in Thessalonica, after he had talked about, stay away from fornication, have the Holy Spirit, live a sanctified life, he closed it up by telling them they need to be empowered as a church. So let's start from verse 9. He said, but as touching brotherly love, ye need not that I write unto thee, for ye yourselves are taught of God's love to one another. Verse 10. And indeed, ye do it towards all brethren which are in Macedonia. But we beseech you, brethren, that ye increase more and more. So the aspect of love, he was telling them, I've already taught you everything. That how you should love one another, share that love, continue to show that love to one another in the church. Verse 11 now, he says, that ye started to be quiet. Ye started to be quiet and do your own business. He's talking to the church. And then he didn't stop there. If you read the Good News translation, the Good News will tell you, say, mind your own business.
Okay.
Yeah. Which has a lot to do with moral. So if you look at the text, the theme for the conference, we say empowering Christian women economically, morally, and financially as well. So the moral aspect is the part that Paul was talking about. He said also living a quiet life, meaning you don't go meddling into people things. That you just everywhere the place. There's a story, I shared with the church the other time. So there are people who are busybodies. They think you got no business doing when you should be doing something to help yourself. So he goes on to say that you were own your own business and work with your own hands. Your own hands. As we commended you. Verse 12 now he said, that ye may walk honestly
Okay.
towards them that are without, that ye may lack nothing. So if you are working with your own hands, you are not just working for yourself, but you are also able to help those that are in need. But you cannot give what you don't have. You cannot say you are helping somebody when you yourself, you are not empowered. Today, we all know the reality. Many of us, especially in our Christendom, many of our Christian brothers and sisters are not empowered. It's not bad to pray. It's not bad to take the fast 21 days, 40 days. It's not bad. But you need to empower yourself. That's why the Bible is not silent about the issue of empowerment. If you read Ephesians, I just wanted to switch there quickly.
Go ahead, take your time.
Ephesians 4 verse 28. Now, after talking about the issue of morals, when you come to Christ, you become that new person, doing away with the old life, and that title is the new life in Christ. See what it says in 28. Let them that steal no more, but rather let him labor. That word labor, you cannot labor, you cannot do something, you cannot work if you are not empowered. Let him labor, working with his own hands. So we know most time when the Bible talk about the church, talk about him, he's referring to the entire congregation. And in the congregation, you got men and you got women. So the issue about empowerment is not quiet in the Bible. Work with your own hands. Now let's go to Old Testament. So okay, that one our New Testament. Let's go to Old Testament.
To balance it.
Yeah. If you read, let's start reading from verse 2, Proverbs 19:2. It said also that ye so be without knowledge. Because it is knowledge that will empower you to know what you need to do to help yourself, help your family, and put your hands to work. It is not good. So the people that will say, oh, me, that one thing, me, I tell you, every day school, or washa conference, you know how many conferences we been to? So it is not good for a soul to be without knowledge. Because you know what? You will perish. Then he goes on to say, it is not good that he walketh in his feet of sin. Verse 4 now, which is where I wanted to focus. It says, wealth make, that word wealth, money make plenty of friends.
Money makes plenty of friends.
Yeah. So wealth make many friends, but the poor is separated from the neighbor. So okay, we talk church, we say fast, we say pray.
The poor is what?
The poor is separated. If you read good news, the good news is hated by their neighbors. Because if you don't have anything to offer, you're poor, you're struggling, you think, say, okay, manna is going to fall from heaven. It's not going to happen the day we are in, the generation that we are in. So that's why the church, we have said, let's empower the women. It's very good that they come to church. Yes, they are ushers, they are cleaners, they are doing this. But you cannot support your family adequately. You cannot support even people in your neighborhood, because the aspect of being empowered, Paul was saying in the church in Thessalonica, it is not just for yourself. It is to also be able to give to those that are in need. So that's why we are having this seminar. The seminar is going to run from today, the 17th of October, up to the 19th. It's just for 3 days.
That's the venue of that.
The venue is Pinsville Joe by Jesus Joy Ministries. Jesus Joy is right behind former Maserado County Superintendent's house.
And if he is like attached to it, maybe
no.
That sometimes people attach fees for seminars.
No, there is no fees attached. It's actually free. The only thing at the entrance when you come, we have to take down your name, which is the regular attendance registration. So the text for this seminar is 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 9 to 12. And then Proverbs 19, which we just read, 19:4, that the poor is hated by the neighbor and the rich have many friends. So if you want to be that helper to others, you must be empowered. And you must have knowledge. So at this conference, we are giving women knowledge. And we're not just that, we're also having women whose stories have touched many lives. Women who came from nowhere today, their empowerment, their ability to be able to provide for their family has also been able to help other people. So we have these wonderful women that will be teaching during these 3 days of the seminar.
Is it first of its kind, or it's a regular thing you have every
We
year?
do have it every year. Sometimes we're doing like hands-on um, vocational things. But this year we decided to open it up to have people, women from all over, women from different churches. For this conference, it doesn't matter which church you're from. It doesn't matter whether you're a pastor or you're not a pastor. It's for Christian women.
What is your target beneficiaries?
As we want to have as many as up to 150 women.
Okay.
And part of the thing is that we're having a conversation and we said, I'm not sure we want to announce that at the end of the conference or during the conference we want to empower 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 women. So people will not come flooding in because they want what we give them at the end of the day. Like I said, you cannot give what you don't have. We've taught you about empowerment. We must sow that seed to say, okay, among the women, this is what we're planning to do. We'll have a raffle. We give you the initial seed as a result of the knowledge you've gotten, as a result of the empowerment you've gotten, as a result of listening to the other people who have, presented. This is what we're giving you on this date. But next year conference, we want to see your progress. We want to see what you've done to be able to help yourself.
So, what specific areas will you be providing knowledge in? Is it business? Let's hear that.
Okay, so we're going to be providing knowledge first of all on biblical truth
Okay.
about empowerment. Biblical truth. Being a Christian does not mean you be lazy. It doesn't mean you sit down. I asked somebody one time, I said, how's everything? And she said, fine. I said,
And
what?
they say, pray God will provide.
Yeah, pray God will provide, but Bible says faith without work is dead.
Okay.
So you have the faith, you must be able to implement or do something. If you read James said, why then will you say that? You say you have faith. You go and preach to this brother and you tell them that it is well, but the person does not have food, they don't have clothes. You say, God bless you, it is well with you. Reality, you must give that person something.
Okay.
So the Bible is not just like into one small box that you say when you say this thing, that just there are so many different references. So faith without work is dead. So when you have the faith, we also have to do the physical aspect into reality. So when we empower them about biblical truth and what the Bible says that we need to be empowered, we also teach them about morals. If you become empowered, whether you are a business person, you are working as a banker, you are working in whatever sector, it is very important for you to have morals. That word, it is the fear of God. It is the desire to resist evil. It is desire to do what is right. Today we're talking national politics. We're talking people taking car, people owning this, people taking things illegally. Don't you know the Bible says anything that is gained wrongfully will turn into a mouth full of sand? Meaning that anything you get the wrong way, you will suffer the consequence at the end of the day. So while we're teaching them the importance of putting their hands to work, the importance of becoming empowered, the importance of not just fasting and praying, but finding something to do that you will put food on your table and be able to help somebody, that you as a Christian, your Christianity will not be a mockery. Haven't you heard, Marka? Many days people say, I always say I'm going to tell I want to left it better, but we know God, but see how God blessing her. Even though in their ignorance, they say it is God blessing them, but Christians are supposed to be the light through what people will see. So for you to be that light, you must be empowered. While you preach Bible, while you pray, while you fast, you must be able to put your hands to work.
Okay, so that's two. You'll be teaching them about the biblical facts. You'll be teaching them about morals and
the economic aspect.
Okay.
So, like for our speakers that we have, Mother Christiana Doe. Mother Christiana Doe is a renowned caterer.
Okay.
She's a pastor, but I tell you, every other month, there's not a month that passes without her having contract. She does big work for people. She makes all the different types of cakes. But you will say, but the woman a pastor now. But she's empowered. And that work that she knows, she's been able to multiply herself many times, empowering other women. We have Mrs. John J. Roberts. Mrs. John J. Roberts is an educator. For her, I don't call her teacher. She is a born teacher. Her teaching, her education, and it's just quite different. It's extraordinary. It's her passion. So she's going to be one of the speakers. And not just that, she is one of the renowned caterer also. They say, but when it's only they can do? No. They've been able to empower other people in their churches. That's why we're having them to come and talk about the economic aspect of their lives, the biblical aspect or Christian aspect of their lives, and how they've been able to balance their life and family, being able to pass it on to other people.
Okay.
We also have, as one of the speakers, Mrs. Amelia Riches. She is the proprietor and founder of the Winifred P.L. Bumskin School.
Okay.
That woman has a story. It's a story that anybody should listen to and become inspired to be able to say, well, if this woman can make it, myself too, I can make it. She has a school right in the Dubai area around the
Right.
Subatan parking.
Okay.
And she has opened another one. It takes people who are in power, whose minds are positively, nurtured to be able to make such progress. So Mrs. Amelia Riches is going to be one of our speakers. I am one of the speakers.
Okay.
And Mother Charlotte Elliott is one of the speakers. So in different ways, we all have stories. We all have a lot to pass on to people. I'm the founder of Just a Girl. I'm a media person. I'm a pastor. But it's not just me. There have been more than 500 lives I've been able to touch as a result of Just a Girl.
So my next question is about the criteria. What are prerequisites to form part of the seminar?
The only prerequisite is get dressed, come to Pinsway Joba, Jesus Joy Ministries, as long as you are a woman, as long as you are a female. We're also encouraging the young women to be there. Because you know why? Many of our young people, sometimes the way they live, the things they do, is because they don't have people telling them the things they need to know. That's why when I mentioned Proverb 19, that it is not good for a soul to be without knowledge, because when people don't know certain things, they do and make mistakes that they make in life. So we want to have young women at that seminar. So there is no precondition. Dress proper. Dress
Okay.
proper. Cover your body. That we ain't doing any exhibition or pageant. Dress proper. You are coming in the house of God. As long as you are there, you are free. The only thing, don't cause trouble. So there's no precondition. The registration will be right at the door. I just want to just mention this story.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about empowerment through knowledge. And if you don't have the knowledge, you will not be able to even claim that which belongs to you. Numbers 27. It's a long passage, but I will just summarize what it says. The Bible tells us about the story of the daughters of Zelophehad. After the children of Israel had left the wilderness, they had arrived and their life settled in. Some of the people that disobeyed and rebelled against God, if you read Numbers 11, you see that. Some of them died in the wilderness. A lot happened to them. But this man, Zelophehad, was one of those. But for him, he died in the wilderness. It came a time that they were distributing properties, per family, the lineage and generation of people. And this man had all girls, no boy, 5 daughters. And Moses was the one in front of this process. And they were giving people by generation. When they called this other tribe, they called the other group, they called the other, lineage of people, they will receive whatever belonged to them.
Mm-hmm.
So these young women sat down and said, but Moses, if you start reading from verse 4, 2, 3, 4 to 7, they said, our father died in the wilderness, like many others. And he had all of us, girls. We are not responsible for being born girls. So we need our share of our father's property. You know why? Because they wanted to keep the name of their fathers. In our generation and time going past, people say, oh, that the men, the boys children are the ones that can keep their father's name.
Mm-hmm.
So when I read the passage, I said, oh, so it's not only that they carry the last name, but the inheritance that you leave behind for your children and your children's children keeps your name alive. So these young women told Moses, he said, why should our name not be a part of this process? And then Moses said, okay, I hear you. But people say, but I lead it. Look, I didn't see them. They are just guys. I lead them. Where they coming from? Women supposed to own property. God made amendments. You know why it happened? Because of the knowledge that these young women had. I want us to read verse 7. Let's start from verse 5. And Moses brought their case before the Lord. 5 guys, women, raised their case and said, Moses, the thing you're saying, you're dividing all the properties. And we're all girls. Suppose we're not lucky to marry men, what get something? It means we lose. When we start starting or building our foundation from, today is happening to lots of families because of the lack of knowledge and education. Then Moses said to them in verse 7, after Moses took their case to God, verse 7, the daughter of Zelophehad spoke right. Thou shalt surely give them a possession of inheritance among their father's brethren. And that shall cause the inheritance of their fathers to pass on to them. So if they never had knowledge, it is not good for a soul to be without knowledge. So what we'll be doing down there is passing on knowledge. And these young women got what was due them. And it didn't just stop there. God made a amendment when you read 8, 9, 10, going all the way. God said, okay, since this is the case now, I'm even going to make an amendment. That if the man does not have any daughter at all, then you should pass it on to the uncle. If there is no uncle, pass it on to the next person. So the word of God is not silent about empowerment from Old Testament to New Testament.
That's great. What are opportunities after this seminar?
So during the seminar, we're going to, the last day, the third day, we're going to give out, we say, seed, initial seed.
Okay.
Yeah. But how we want to do that process is to make sure that it is transparent. People are going to pick. Whatever you pick is, let's say, a rifle, right?
Okay.
To start something in this country, empowering yourself, there are people who started business with as simple as 1,000 Liberty Marka. Out here, I saw Dolores Bow in Morovia.
In wheelbarrow or on the table?
On my head.
Okay.
On my head. I saw Dolores Bow. All the corners of Painsville, Joe, Town Hall, all the corner, I know them. So we're not saying that she said Dolores Bow, but the little seed that we are going to sow and say, among those that attended, we did the rifle, you pick this. So even if you're going to start with a bag of coal or 5 bag, or you're going to start with a can of soft drink, or you're going to start with whatever, scratch card, we want that somebody or woman will leave from that seminar and say, I attended this seminar, even though it's not my church or I'm not from that church. The little seed they planted today, yes, where I am. So we will be having that at the close. But we're not wanting people to come because of that seed fund.
Okay.
We wanted to come and get knowledge. We want them to become empowered. We want them to be able to leave from that place to become independent. So there are a lot of Christian women that are struggling. Sometimes you see people want to live that life for God. They can't. Because the first thing, you don't even get money. You say you want to be in fornication and they may help you doing everything. You're doing anything. Even markets that you send them when they ask you, Nadia go. So I can ask them, I said, how I can do it? I am managing. I just go by the grace of God.
I am operating.
Honestly, I can ask them, how everything, how the children, how this one, how you're managing. Sometimes I'm not asking because I want to look down on them. Afterwards, I will tell them, are you doing something? Are you selling? Are you like selling peppermint or butter candy or cookies or gar or something? I said, no, nothing set to start. So we want women to move beyond that.
Okay.
So while we're telling them, we want to start by teaching them first what they can even do to maintain. Even if you have a business, you start. What time do you get out to open your business? I have a business. I tell my managers and those are running. I said 7 a.m. They see where the fuller people will open. You should open before them.
Yeah. So Evelyn, I take at least 2-3 calls because as we are supposed to be relaying from ELBC at sharp 9 o'clock. So let's take a few calls and then you will close up with the remaining information. Yeah, so called 0770202579. I'm using a female line. 0770202579 is the number. We have Evelyn Padasibi here talking about the women empowerment seminar that's starting today. The Jesu Joint Women Department. So it will be happening in Pinsville here. So you can call to participate. Anything you want to ask, Evelyn. Again, the line 0770202579 and 0777285961. These are the numbers you can call. So while we wait the calls, Evelyn, you can provide further information.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So we also want to encourage the women that will come to the seminar to come with their pen. If you are educated, we encourage you to come with pen, come with your Bible, come
All right.
with.
Let's take the call, please. Please lower the volume of your receiver. Good morning. Good morning. Move from around the radio. Morning. Okay.
Can she cut the radio off?
Can you cut the radio off?
Or just
Wow.
walk far?
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yes. I bless God this morning for the word of what you see this morning. I'm going to see what God is on. I'm so blessed by the teaching. Though I put it really on family for the little one, first of all, I'm very, very, very excited for teaching this morning. I'm enjoying the teaching. So I really want to be part of the teaching today, but we're having a fast and pray every morning to start and yesterday to be continue.
Okay.
But I won't get off for real contact. So I can get contact with her. I really want to get good to her love for teaching.
Okay. Yes, we'll do that. Let me take this one.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Marka.
Morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, all right. Thank you. I bought a call from Connellsville. Let me thank the empowering woman in the studio team of our ministry. These are things that we need for our wife and our young coming up women to be going through these things. I mostly watch some international women pastors. These are things that they have for women. But could you please call the church again if they have any number that that can call me?
Yeah, she will do that.
Yeah,
She will do that in
definitely
a closing. Thank you. She will do that in a closing. We'll just take two more. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead. You're live. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Samantha. Morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling from Myean.
Okay.
So I'm interested, but my distance is far, so I don't really know.
I live my give it too.
I managed to actually the conference what she elaborate on is very much interesting, and I really want to find out it.
Yeah, but for transportation come from Agibi to Pins, not far. If you in Kakata, I mean, it's not that far. If you in Habel, it's not too far. She herself here live, I think, around 2 hours.
My give it.
Yeah. Okay, so she will leave number. Let me take the last one. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
This is Fatu from Channel. Yeah, my daughter, thank you so much for the teaching this morning. I'm inspired by you. Thank
Inspired.
you. I'll be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. God bless you.
All right. Hello?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning. Go ahead. Well, Evelyn, just use maybe a minute and a half.
Okay.
I think the ELBC folks are ready now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the number to call 07704 25 328. 07704 25 328. Then the loan star is 0886 877756. 0886 877756. So those are my two numbers. You can call me and I will give you direction. It's Pinsville Joe Bar behind Lockett Pharmacy, right behind the former superintendent's house. Superintendent Florence Bernier, right behind her fence. The church is right there, the upstairs building. So we encouraging everyone. The conference is not starting this morning. It's 4:30. The reason we put to 4:30 so people can go to work, students can come from school, people can wrap up from the market, you can do everything, your daily activities, and be able to come there. So we are encouraging you. I look forward to seeing you. Call me. I will pick your call as soon as I leave the studio. 07704 25328. Thank you so much, Marka, and thanks to the team. I hope your wives to be are coming too.
I didn't get that last part.
I hope your wife to be will be coming.
Okay, I think she will have to.
Yeah, it's 4:30 in the afternoon, so
Yes,
she can make it at the close of the whole
I will
day
let, I will
activity.
let her form part of the conference. I think it is very important for them. They need to know some of these things for themselves. For her, she's really used to reading the Bible. She can pray. She loves to do things with her hands. But I think it's good to come and get some of the
Yeah,
knowledge.
and learn from other people as well.
Absolutely, that is important. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll ensure Linda will be a part of it.
Okay, thank you, Marka. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, evening, Father Sibi, leaving us this morning on the TBS talking about women empowerment at the church right here in Pinzo Joba community, right behind Lucky Pharmacy, around the former superintendent's residence. Women is free, no, you don't pay money for registration, just go dress neatly, 4 o'clock, go get your registration and form part of it, learn, and maybe you may be fortunate to be one of those who receive the seats to start something. So yes, we're taking a break to be back. And when we come back, we'll join the state radio this morning on the TBS. Let's bring you EcoBank Liberia, the Pan-African Bank, the biggest private bank in the Republic of Liberia, is proudly associated with the Truth Breakfast Show here on Truth 96.1 FM. Where are we?
Tamu, have you heard about EcoBank back to
Only
school
about
giveaway?
now livestock will follow.
Tell me about it. Tamu, for every Western
But it shows
Union,
how we going on.
MoneyGram, RIA, or rapid transfer transaction done at any EcoBank branch or
Are you
sub-agent location, you
trusting
can
this
get a
thing?
price. So,
Will, I'm not honest.
You trusting
Tell
this
me
thing?
about it because my brother said the children school fees first thing tomorrow.
okay, listen again. Whether you send money
Yeah,
or
that's in
receive
Gafua.
money through Western
Gafua
Union,
Minister.
MoneyGram, RIA, or rapid transfer at any EcoBank branch or sub-agent location, you get EcoBank branded copybooks, pens, pencils, and many other items.
Julie, I get it now. I will definitely go to EcoBank for all my Western Union, MoneyGram, RIA, and rapid transfer transaction. That is EcoBank way of saying, welcome back to school. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Tamu, have you heard about EcoBank back to school giveaway?
Julie, you again. I haven't. Tell me about it.
Tamu, for every Western Union, MoneyGram, RIA, or rapid transfer transaction done at any EcoBank branch or sub-agent location, you can get a price. So,
Will, I'm not understanding you. Tell me about it because my brother said the children school fees first thing tomorrow.
okay, listen again. Whether you send money or receive money through Western Union, MoneyGram, RIA, or rapid transfer at any EcoBank branch or sub-agent location, you get EcoBank branded copybooks, pens, pencils, and many other items.
Julie,